I'm over here, by the way, but that's not the problem. Anyways, welcome, guys. I'm gonna just do a not quick video. It will be longer if it can, but I won't make it quick. Uh, um, just one more try because I think I may have missed my face, but we'll see. Okay, so anyways, feetsies, hello, foot fetishes, all look like, hello, guys. This is I think this should be all Crossman Claymations, aka especially you call it Palace Demon, and we're back with whatever thumbnail that's supposed to be with my spitting spikes, and then in the reverse order on my feet, we're gonna talk about something. I think it's gonna the straight up 7 minutes and 40 seconds in counting or less of shadow work, Olympic Games champion stuff. Remember the Rocket Legs video I made like a year or two ago? I like that one actually, honestly. And that's it because we don't have time for anything else. We do, but I'm gonna force it anyways. I mean, because as we all know, me forcing my emotions and my actions is real actions and emotions. Ta-da! Shadow work. Well, like I already knew that before, but that's a little different. But for the longest time, I actually wanted to be an Olympic champion, and it's like it doesn't come across that having ambitions has to be a bad thing, but sometimes we use our ego and our confidence to hide the fact that we are insecure. And so when you're someone who wants to be that ambitious and you don't know why, but you know for a God-given fact that you can actually get that gold, and you still don't have to be seen as a so-called athlete, because it's like, you know what gets these legs? You know how I got these scars? Not talking about those scars, but those are beautiful butterfly tattoo. So long story about that butterfly tattoo, but scar and freckle thing, you know. If you know, you know. But it's like anti regret, more like a blessing in disguise, if not only good thing. And everything in this life is only good. Like life is only fair. Long story about that too. But you don't have to do what I did and pace in your room for like 20 years straight or more or less, and then solely have better legs than both athletes. But you can certainly bet your ass that I have not given up the kind of ideal lifestyle that not even being an athlete, let alone an Olympic champion, would imply about sprinting and one-on-one athleticism. And shout out to Bryce Wilson for his How to Be a Winner book, and Toria Thompson for her sprinting YouTube channel and Olympic stuff and all. No, I mean, I don't think Torema was ever like a Olympian. I don't think she was. I don't think Bryce was an Olympian, but they're still very prominent athletes. So shout out to them. I'll even make a video about Jason Nova from Spoken Sessions and Cinema Jacket at some point, and some other people like Jason Nova. Check out the brilliance of Jason Nova coming maybe 2024, 2025. Oh, that's right now. Okay. Well, anyways, that's enough about the Olympic Game stuff. I said more than I needed to, and even less I needed to. So Olympic Game champion. I do not literally need to get the gold for Olympic events and like, you know what, with all the championships and the leagues and the, I was gonna call those other things, stuff like that. You know, more feet, yay. But it's like it can't just be aerobics, and it can't just be spikes, and it can't just be pacing. You know, stuff like that. So yeah, enough about Olympics. Shadow work. I wrote more notes. I can't show you any of them, even if I literally need to. It's like, you'll only see the bulk of my shadow work on Deer Stainless Scale Glow Spinner, and that's not by mistake. I mentioned my 4 alts for a reason, and it's like, even when they don't have literally done to death mentioning this over and over, which I was never mentioned anyways, so paradox of that, which is not literally true anyways. I do shadow work in ways that are very mysterious. Like for Diggs' regard, I do the shadow work that's on there to be, because March Scarf is private, not really. Tony Cashman is personal, not really. Auto Crosswind is public, not really, because I don't have anything unlisted anyways. But it used to be unlisted in private, now it's public again. Not even scheduled, different. But then you have the phasing faction style stuff that I do for just about any other thing I do on YouTube, and it doesn't have to be a niche down or a very content thing even. Philosophy, claymation, you know, you bet. So it's like, do I cap when I do shadow work? And it's like, because I think I've done enough for myself that it's not just a risk taking to do certain things that look like I'm screwing myself over or ruining my life in an attempt to make things better in my life and fix it and all that, or whatever that's supposed to mean. Because there's a lot that goes into discernment and being authentic and living your best life. And it doesn't mean even the effort to improve yourself has to be linear, let alone life's progress. But it's just um yeah, I know I'm looting these feet the heck out of the foot fetish. I'm not trying to do that on purpose though. But if you even saying it like that, because dude, everyone's a creep. Don't worry about it. Even me. But it's like a um. So I wrote a note just recently about two different people, and I made it seem very irrelevant, mentioning even two other people on the same page. And the first person I mentioned was yungavelle, and this is where it starts to get very interesting because I don't have any gripes with yungavelle. Like, he's actually been nothing but a blessing in my life. So why would you write shadow work notes about someone that you have no problems with, and then suddenly randomly go back to someone else in the middle of a part of a sentence to someone who I had actual trauma with, as a second person, then go back to yungavelle and then go back to her again, and then I'm altering the feet properly. Good. Yungavelle, that girl, yungavelle, very last one liner for that girl, and then mention two other people in that four person list, very briefly. The third person what I mentioned was a person I did shadow work just a few days before, and the other fourth person was someone I did shadow work on the inside 1 or 2 years ago before I even did shadow work properly. So the fourth one being the one I learned that one lesson about, which, relevantly enough, was about the doing the same things doesn't make you the same person. Remember her? Yeah, she's also an athlete, but I'm not an athlete. Fuck me. Get my novelization. But and then the third person being someone you may have heard about from that internet aspect pipeline thing. Well, we'll get into that maybe, but mention him on Tony Cashman. But yeah. So what's the most disturbing part of this video? My feet being on almost the entire thing, mentioning shadow work, mentioning Olympic game champion stuff, by merely having better legs than most athletes without even trying to cap, not even kneecap, if you know what I mean. You tell me, end card content. I'm not even end the end card as I always never did, almost. But yeah. There's not going to be any four links. You have to have like one video per like even subscriber playlist, like one playlist and one subscriber, one video, one playlist for every other subscriber. You can't just have subscribe. But yeah, take care, everyone. Do or not do. You're trying. If you're not trying, you're hiding. Yoda was wrong, right?